Forecast. And Karen, you've got the good news because it's going to be an okay day.
It's going to be nice. We're going to get the sun back. It's chilly out there, Caroline, today, but not bad. Let's take a look at the Weather Center and talk about what you can expect. I want to jump ahead to the next storm because I feel like we're always looking for the next thing, aren't we? I don't want to talk so much about what happened in the past. The next one comes Tuesday afternoon. And for snow lovers, this one has been the better chance to see some snow out of this as this area of low pressure passes by mostly to our south. And the big question mark is how far south does it go? So it's fighting off some dry air to the high. Best accumulating snow looks to be near the city and south and east. I think it gets a little heavier south of the city, where north of the city you kind of get robbed out of much out of this. Now, this is an early look. We're going to have some tweaks as we continue to see things change with the model runs. Even over the next few hours, I'm going to be pouring over this. But the track has been trending more south. The snow arrives in the afternoon from the southwest to the northeast. Higher totals look likely in Delaware and South Jersey. In the city, it looks like we could get a few inches of snow out of this. Does not look like a major storm for the city, but we'll see. Snow is mixing along the coast, though, with a little bit of a wintry mix, but it looks much less snow to the north than it does to the south. So we'll be fine-tuning this and giving you a better idea of things as things are to come. But this is Tuesday's storm, and you see the vast difference in models, with some showing not much in the city, others showing a few inches. This doesn't look like a major storm in the city. As we take a look at this over the coming hours, I'll be looking a little more closely, but this is one model perspective that shows an inch or so in the city, but south of the city, a better chance in those areas of pink of showing a few inches of snow. Satellite and radar right now showing we're clear out there. We've got some clouds, but this the freezing rain, the icy mix that we had overnight is out of here now, but we still have some frozen car doors, some slick spots, I think more especially on sidewalks than on roads. Early clouds break for sun today, though, so it is going to turn pretty bright, but it's also rather windy. So all day wind chills stay near the freezing mark, even though the temperatures are going to rise into the 40s. So as you're planning your parties out here for the Super Bowl at 8 o'clock, you're at 35 degrees and it's cloudy, but I wouldn't expect you'll see too many problems if you're heading to church or somewhere early. I think that main issue is just if you parked outside like I do, it might be frozen a little bit still by 8, but by 11 o'clock, no problems. The temperature is 40, no slick spots to worry about. Everything is fine. We are going to have a gusty wind, though, so it's going to feel cooler than these numbers. At 2 o'clock, it's 42. At 5 o'clock, you're still enjoying some of that sunshine, and it's 40 degrees. In the overnight hours, we drop down to the 20s. It is a cold night overhead, and tomorrow's nice and bright, but chilly as well. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day, turning bright but windy, 42 for your high, just 39 tomorrow. Stays bright, but feeling pretty chilly through the day. Tuesday, we've got the AccuWeather alert. You're starting off fine in the morning hours. The issue is the afternoon as the snow starts to develop into Tuesday night, 34. It looks like it wraps up pretty early on Wednesday, 34 for your high, but late on Wednesday, we get a few more snow and mixed showers because of the next system, which is on Thursday. It looks like more of a mix north and west, but more of rain through much of the area. And I do think that may wrap up early enough that we are a decent day if we do have a parade on that day. But, you know, in the morning hours, it's wet. Fine for your Valentine on Friday, 38. The next system comes on Saturday. It is a very busy 7-day forecast. And even as the hours progress today, I'll have more information on these storms. So kind of keep tuning in for that.
It's like one and then a break and then another and then a break and another. So.
And not a whole lot of break in between them.
All right. Well,
February's tiring, people.
It is already. It just started. We're already in this morning with meteorologist Karen Rogers and the AccuWeather forecast. A little icy out there this morning, not too bad on some of the roads.
I have to say, they did a great job on the roads out there. The hardest time I had was just getting into my car door. Yes. I park outside. It's not recommended when you've got freezing rain out there. Let's take driver's alert for the early morning hours. This is for right now, but not for very long. We've got slick spots, yes. I think most of the roads are in great shape, but we've got frozen car doors out there and perhaps some slippery sidewalks. So extra time is needed. Temperatures are below freezing at the moment. Be careful walking and driving as you're heading out. Let's looking at the conditions right now. We've got 2-mile visibility here in Coatesville, 5 miles at Philadelphia International. So still some spotty freezing fog. I think this was more an issue about an hour ago when we had greater reduced visibility north and west. It's still below freezing in Allentown and Exton and Chalfont, but we're already above the freezing mark in the city and well above it in Millville and Dover. I didn't have any problems driving in from South Jersey. It really was just the car encased in ice. So those colder objects out there that aren't treated, those are the ones you got to worry about. Satellite and radar showing some clouds right now, but we're giving way to sunshine today. It's a nice day through the afternoon. Still pretty cloudy at 8 and 35 degrees. At lunchtime, that gusty breeze really starts to pick up. It's 40 degrees, 43 at 4 o'clock, but the wind chills make it feel like it's near the freezing mark this afternoon. At 8 o'clock, mostly cloudy skies and 35. No problems heading to your Super Bowl parties today, guys.
All right, Karen, forecast. And Karen, you've got the good news because it's going to be an okay day.
It's going to be nice. We're going to get the sun back. It's chilly out there, Caroline, today, but not bad. Let's take a look at the Weather Center and talk about what you can expect. I want to jump ahead to the next storm because I feel like we're always looking for the next thing, aren't we? I don't want to talk so much about what happened in the past. The next one comes Tuesday afternoon. And for snow lovers, this one has been the better chance to see some snow out of this as this area of low pressure passes by mostly to our south. And the big question mark is how far south does it go? So it's fighting off some dry air to the high. Best accumulating snow looks to be near the city and south and east. I think it gets a little heavier south of the city, where north of the city you kind of get robbed out of much out of this. Now, this is an early look. We're going to have some tweaks as we continue to see things change with the model runs. Even over the next few hours, I'm going to be pouring over this. But the track has been trending more south. The snow arrives in the afternoon from the southwest to the northeast. Higher totals look likely in Delaware and South Jersey. In the city, it looks like we could get a few inches of snow out of this. Does not look like a major storm for the city, but we'll see. Snow is mixing along the coast, though, with a little bit of a wintry mix, but it looks much less snow to the north than it does to the south. So we'll be fine-tuning this and giving you a better idea of things as things are to come. But this is Tuesday's storm, and you see the vast difference in models, with some showing not much in the city, others showing a few inches. This doesn't look like a major storm in the city. As we take a look at this over the coming hours, I'll be looking a little more closely, but this is one model perspective that shows an inch or so in the city, but south of the city, a better chance in those areas of pink of showing a few inches of snow. Satellite and radar right now showing we're clear out there. We've got some clouds, but this the freezing rain, the icy mix that we had overnight is out of here now, but we still have some frozen car doors, some slick spots, I think more especially on sidewalks than on roads. Early clouds break for sun today, though, so it is going to turn pretty bright, but it's also rather windy. So all day wind chills stay near the freezing mark, even though the temperatures are going to rise into the 40s. So as you're planning your parties out here for the Super Bowl at 8 o'clock, you're at 35 degrees and it's cloudy, but I wouldn't expect you'll see too many problems if you're heading to church or somewhere early. I think that main issue is just if you parked outside like I do, it might be frozen a little bit still by 8, but by 11 o'clock, no problems. The temperature is 40, no slick spots to worry about. Everything is fine. We are going to have a gusty wind, though, so it's going to feel cooler than these numbers. At 2 o'clock, it's 42. At 5 o'clock, you're still enjoying some of that sunshine, and it's 40 degrees. In the overnight hours, we drop down to the 20s. It is a cold night overhead, and tomorrow's nice and bright, but chilly as well. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day, turning bright but windy, 42 for your high, just 39 tomorrow. Stays bright, but feeling pretty chilly through the day. Tuesday, we've got the AccuWeather alert. You're starting off fine in the morning hours. The issue is the afternoon as the snow starts to develop into Tuesday night, 34. It looks like it wraps up pretty early on Wednesday, 34 for your high, but late on Wednesday, we get a few more snow and mixed showers because of the next system, which is on Thursday. It looks like more of a mix north and west, but more of rain through much of the area. And I do think that may wrap up early enough that we are a decent day if we do have a parade on that day. But, you know, in the morning hours, it's wet. Fine for your Valentine on Friday, 38. The next system comes on Saturday. It is a very busy 7-day forecast. And even as the hours progress today, I'll have more information on these storms, so kind of keep tuning in for that.
It's like one and then a break and then another and then a break and another. So.
And not a whole lot of break in between them.
All right. Well,
February's tiring, people.
It is already. It just started and we're already exhausted. We'll be right back.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. We made it, and Moki's ready. He's got the green chew toy. He's got the Eagles little banner on, and he looks, I don't know. Caroline, would you say a little annoyed? I think Moki looks annoyed, but at any rate, he's ready for the game. Also, a PV Fit in Gloucester County showing their Eagles pride. All the kids are excited. The dogs are excited. Maybe you as well. Let's look at your hour-by-hour forecast out there. Temperatures barely above freezing, but they are above freezing right now through much of the area. I still had my car door encased in ice. Maybe you as well. By 8 o'clock, it's 35. We still have cloudy skies then. By 9 o'clock, it's mostly cloudy and 38. By 10 o'clock, we get more sunshine out there, but the wind starts to really pick up. It's 39. By 1 o'clock, a good deal of sun, so it's nice and bright, but 41 degrees. Caroline, when you factor in the wind, it'll feel like around the freezing mark much of the day.
All right, not too bad. And Moki,
bad.
I think, was annoyed because it's been such a long 2 weeks.
He's like, I'm waiting.
Yeah,
all you're doing is taking pictures of me and not giving me steak.
Exactly.
I feel the same, kind of.
Play the Super Bowl tonight. It really was, Karen, you talked about it. It was pretty icy on the cars and door handles this morning. It was, you have to give yourself some time if you're heading out there.
Yes, both of us did okay on the roads without any issues, and they were so well treated, but I park outside and my car was a mess this morning. It was a big deal trying to open a car door, let me tell you out there. Temperatures are slowly rising, though. We're at 34 in Millville, 32 in Tabernacle, 33 in Wilmington, 33 in the city. I still think through much of the area, if you parked outside or if you're walking on a sidewalk to walk the dog, you've got those slick spots. So you're going to need to watch for that this morning. In addition, north and west, we had some freezing fog a couple of hours ago. As we look right now at visibility, it's not too bad. I think it's still in Coatesville where you may have some of that 1.5 mile visibility. So that's when you have water droplets in the air, just also adhering to the surfaces that are below freezing, kind of similar to last night. It's not a widespread problem, but if you're traveling around through, I think especially Chester County, you're going to notice some slick spots out there on the roads where everywhere else the roads have been treated and it's a lot better. Satellite and radar showing we are starting with cloudy skies, but we're going to get plenty of sunshine coming our way. The wind hasn't picked up just yet, but it is going to pick up. So at 8 o'clock, cloudy skies and 35. By lunchtime, a gusty wind. It's 40 degrees. At 4 o'clock, the temperature's 43, right around average, but the wind chill's near the freezing mark because of the wind that's gusting around. At 8 o'clock, mostly cloudy, less wind, and 35. Otherwise, it's a nice day. We've got sunshine out there, just chilly. Wear the coat, cheer on the birds. You're good to go. No problems heading out to those games later tonight. Caroline.
All right, good news. Thanks. Everyone tunes in for the commercials and for the football game, of course. I can already hear it now, Karen. During the halftime show, my mom is going to go, who is Kendrick Lamar? Who is this guy?
Yes, those halftime shows have been particularly great, I think, the last few years, don't you think?
Oh, they've been amazing. Yeah,
I'm excited about this one, but this year I'm excited about the game. Oftentimes I'm not. I'm more excited about the other stuff. I think everyone's tuned in to the game for this one here with the Eagles. All right, let's talk about our next storm. We just got through one last night. What do we have to do with Tuesday? For people who are snow lovers, this has been your better shot of seeing snow. I do think, though, this area of low pressure stays down to our south. So yes, we have some colder air draining in, but I do think there's a shutoff as to who gets the snow. Farther north and west, you're not much because you're fighting off that high pressure to the north, which is drier air to the north. So the best chance to see some accumulating snow is really in the city and south and east. Let's talk about what you can expect with this and what we know now. We're still a couple days out here at this point where track is trending more to the south, which does lead to snowfall as opposed to a mix. Snow does look to arrive in the afternoon on Tuesday from the southwest to the northeast. So no problems with your morning commute. Even with the evening commute, I think you'll have accumulating snow, but it really doesn't wrap up until overnight into Wednesday morning. So probably be fine driving home in the evening commute, maybe just some sloppy situation. Highest totals are likely in Delaware and southern New Jersey. As to the north, you've got that drier air. Some mixing right along the immediate coastline. As far as how much, it's still a little too early with these models wobbling back and forth. And let me just give you an idea of what some are expecting with Tuesday's snow. We're not talking about a major storm in the city. It looks like 1 to 3+ inches, whether it's 2 to 4, 1 to 3. That's something we're still fine tuning, but that's the general range of this. And as we look at what we can expect, this is just one model's perspective, but I do like how it shows the areas of pink through Wilmington, Gloucester, Camden County, Burlington, and south as being the better chance of seeing 3 or more inches of snow. and less of a chance as you're looking in Philadelphia and not as much north and west. So it does look like your best chance of getting several inches of snow, maybe more than 3, would be through South Jersey and Delaware. Satellite and radar showing right now we've got clear conditions out there. We're dry. It's a really busy 7-day and beyond forecast, but today you're kind of getting the day off. What you do need to know is you may have the frozen car doors and a few slick spots. I think more sidewalks than roads out there, but we did have that encasement of ice, and that's still an issue until those temperatures get a little farther above freezing. Early clouds do break for sun. It's a nice day, but it is going to be a windy day, so that means wind chills near freezing, not just in the morning, but all day long. So be prepared for that. As far as the game forecast, as you're heading to your parties, no problems running errands. At 8 a.m. it's 35. I think the roads are fine. Maybe your car's still a little tricky to open. At 11 o'clock it's 40 degrees, but windy. Lots of sun through the afternoon. At 2 o'clock it's 42. At 5 o'clock you're down to 40, but it feels like it's around the freezing mark. Then in the overnight hours, it's cold again. You wake up tomorrow morning, it's just the mid-20s in many areas. You want the heavy coat. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day turning bright and windy, 42 for your high. Tomorrow stays bright but chilly and 39. So a couple pretty nice days. And then Tuesday we have the alert for the afternoon snow. The heaviest is to the south, 34 for your high during the day. And then late in the day at night, you get that snow. It's snowy overnight. It looks like it ends pretty early in the day. Wednesday, cloudy, 34. But late in the day, Wednesday night, you get a few more snow and mixed showers because of the next system. Thursday, that mix is more of an early rain, but it looks like we may dry out Thursday, 45. Friday, fine for your Valentine, and 38. Saturday is our next mix that arrives, which looks like a good deal of rain with that. So we're kind of taking it storm per storm, but we've got a lot of them coming your way.
You're going to be very busy this
I'm already really busy. I got to get back there.
And we're going to be busy watching you guys and making sure that we're dressed appropriately and ready to go. We'll be right back. You and I have been talking about it. The roads look good out there this morning.
I had to literally chisel off my car door to get in today, but other than that, if you park outside like me, you probably felt that way. But other than that, no problems on. As you head outside, it's currently 33 degrees, but that wind chill is 25. So the winds are out of the west-southwest, sustained at 10 miles an hour. Not seeing a lot of gusts just yet, but that will change over the next couple of hours. And visibility is looking really good. So a couple of hours ago, we had some freezing fog overnight and visibility near 0 through parts of Chester County and areas north and west. It's a lot better now, so no big issues with that as you're heading out. The winds haven't really picked up just yet, but we can see those gusts, those colors just out to our west. That's going to shift through our region, and those winds are going to be pretty gusty today. Satellite and radar showing right now we've got a lot of clouds, but the promise of lots of sunshine coming your way today. So it's not a bad day except for a chilly breeze out there in the Lehigh Valley. Remember, the wind chills near freezing throughout the region, 36 degrees for your high. Overall, some early clouds are giving way to sunshine, and the high is 42. And we're going to see winds sustained out of the northwest, maybe 12 to 25 miles an hour with some higher gusts. The temperature at the shore is 43. So pretty nice out there today as you're getting ready for your games. Right now it's cloudy, but as you're getting ready for the Super Bowl parties, you're looking good later today. We'll talk about tomorrow's storm coming up in a few minutes, or Tuesday's storm coming up in a few minutes. Caroline.
All right, Karen, thank you.
Well, that's good news. Good morning, everybody, as you're heading out. It is cold out there today. Roads seem like they're in pretty good shape. Not a big problem as you're driving out as far as slick spots. May get 1 or 2. I think more especially on the sidewalks. As you look at those temperatures, you can see how they slowly rise. We're already a little bit above freezing, and by 9 o'clock in the morning, it's already 38 degrees with some sunshine. We'll talk about that next storm coming on Tuesday in the AccuWeather forecast. Making the Dunkin' run.
I vote for our floor director, Rich.
Yes.
I think that he was offering. I heard he said he was going
Rich
to
is
offer.
offering.
Yeah.
Sometimes he brings pretzels too. It could be a twofer. Rich, you hear that? All right,
Okay,
that's
perfect.
all that really matters. Now we have our day settled. Let's settle yours, and maybe you have some bigger, more important questions. Hey, we're stuck in the studio. We can't get the good stuff everyone else gets. Let's look at the next storm coming our way. We're watching this area of low pressure for Tuesday afternoon into the overnights of Wednesday morning. So this low stays down to the south. That allows for some colder air to mix in. So this looks more likely just about all snow everywhere. I think you get some mixing right along along the coastline. But it is fighting off the drier air to the north with high pressure to the north. And I think that means that areas well north and west, you're not really getting so much. But areas to the south, you have a better chance to see a good amount of snow with this. So let's break down what you can expect with this next storm coming our way. A lot of the storms we had last night, including, have been more of a rainy, icy little mix. And I think this is one on Tuesday as a better shot for seeing some snow. So the track is trending more south. Snow arrives in the afternoon from the southwest to the northeast. So late in the afternoon or into the evening hours, we'll start to see the arrival of that snow. The highest totals look likely for Delaware and South Jersey, where not nearly as much north and west of the city. It does end very early on Wednesday, maybe some lingering flurries in the early morning hours before it shuts off. But Wednesday will track another system that arrives Wednesday night. I know it's been a mess. As we look at some of the models, we haven't put out a snow total map just yet. And this is the point in the forecast where the models are still wobbling a lot. So are we getting 1 or 2 inches? Are we getting closer to 4? I think that gives you a rough idea of what we can expect. I think the graph just not really picking up on it at this point, but it looks like maybe a 1 to 3 or 2 to 4 in the city. This isn't a huge storm for us. However, you do have a better shot of getting more than that, maybe closer to a 3 to 6 inch if you're through Wilmington, through South Jersey and Delaware. So areas to the south of the city in the areas of pink have a better chance of getting several inches of snow out of this and perhaps a bigger storm. So we still have a couple things to tweak before we get specific with the totals, but that gives you a rough idea of what we're expecting. Right now we're seeing clouds break for sunshine out there. The winds haven't picked up just yet, but that will be an issue. What you need to know, you still have some frozen car doors, even though the temperature in the city above freezing. Some slick spots, I think, more or less on sidewalks than on the roads. Early clouds break for sun today. We're going to get a good amount of sunshine through the day. The afternoon's nice, but even through the afternoon, wind chills are near freezing, not just this morning, but all day long. As you look at the forecast, at 8 o'clock, it's 35. At 11, it's 40. At 2 o'clock, it's 42. At 5 o'clock, you're sitting at 40 degrees. Winds picking up for our Super Bowl parties today, but at least no problems driving around or getting to the parties. In the overnight hours, it is cold. We drop down to the 20s. If you're out celebrating the big win, wear that very heavy coat. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day, turning bright but windy today. 42 for your high. Stays chilly, but nice and sunny tomorrow. It's a good one. 39. Tuesday, we have the alert for that snow arrives in the afternoon and evening. 34 for your high. Looks to shut off overnight or very early on Wednesday morning. Wednesday is cloudy, a high of 34, but that next storm comes Wednesday night into Thursday, so not much of a break. It looks like a mix far north and west Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Maybe it starts off with some snow Wednesday night. We'll see. But the thing about Thursday that I'm noticing is some sunshine comes back at the end of the day, or at least thinning of the clouds, 45, so not a bad afternoon. Friday, fine for Valentine's, 38 before the next storm comes on Saturday. So I know we're trying to squeeze in a day to have a parade early. Thursday looks wet at this point, but maybe that'll change over the next few days. It does look like it dries out pretty quickly.
Hey, sunny and cold was the parade weather in 2018.
That's right.
So
remember it well.
Maybe
we'll keep our fingers crossed. We're not jinxing anything.
No jinxes. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and toes and everything else.
There you go.
So we'll be right back. Meteorologist Karen Rogers and the AccuWeather forecast. Nice to see the sun after that gray day yesterday, Karen.
It is, and we're going to see plenty of sun today. Try to soak it up. It's going to be chilly though, so you still want to wear that heavy coat as you're heading out. Let's look at where temperatures are right now as you're heading out. 30 degrees in Allentown, 32 in Chalfont, 33 in the city, 34 in Millville. So most of the area starting to get above freezing, but not very far above freezing. I think you still have an issue trying to open the car doors or some slick spots on sidewalks. I think the main roads are all in good shape as you're heading out. Looking at the visibility reports, we had some freezing fog early this morning where temperatures were below freezing and visibility was way down to near zero. Only some patchy fog right now in Coatesville, 4-mile visibility. Looks like north of the city, we've got a little patchy fog here, but not a big deal. So that's a lot better than it was a couple of hours ago. Satellite and radar showing, sure, we're seeing that sunshine right along the coastline, but overall we still have a fair amount of clouds out there right now, but it's already starting to break up and it's going to be a bright day ahead. So we've got a good one to cheer on our birds. At 8 o'clock, cloudy skies and 35. At lunchtime, a gusty wind and 40 degrees. At 4 o'clock, wind chills near that freezing mark despite a temperature of 43. So the winds are going to be gusty at times and that's going to make it feel a little little cooler than these numbers suggest. At 8 o'clock, as you're there watching the party, watching the Super Bowl, 35 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, no problem weather-wise driving home. We're celebrating tonight, whatever you plan to be doing, Caroline.
All right, Karen, thanks. Fans are all excited about the commercials, the halftime show, and the food, and the weather.
Usually, I'm all about the nachos and the halftime show, but this time I'm actually about the game.
Exactly.
So anytime the Eagles are in it, I get a little more excited about the game itself. Otherwise, All right, let's talk about our precipitation chances. We've got a busy forecast, not just this entire week, but I think even the week following, it is somewhat busy as well. So a number of storms on our way. The next big one is on Tuesday, when we've got a good shot for some snow into Wednesday early morning. Then again, Wednesday night into Thursday is our next one, but it looks like it ends pretty early Thursday morning. The next one is Saturday night into Sunday. So we've got a few more storms to track. A Tuesday storm is the better chance to see some snow out of this. We look at this particular model and it shows this low down to our south, so a better chance for snow through the region. I think there is going to be a bit of a cutoff to the north where you really don't get as much in the Lehigh Valley. So it starts Tuesday afternoon, really cranks up Tuesday night. A couple things we'll be watching is that dry air to the north. I think the better chance to see some good snow would be in South Jersey and Delaware. And it all ends Tuesday on Wednesday morning, then Wednesday night. We get the next storm coming our way into Thursday, but this one looks more or less a rain event. So let's talk about what you can expect for that chance for snow. The track is trending more south. So this is developing Tuesday afternoon into the nighttime hours. So snow starts to arrive in the afternoon, first from the southwest to the northeast. So I think no problem, like even coming home from school Tuesday afternoon, maybe there'll be some snow showers already starting to the south and west, but probably more of an issue as that nighttime wears on. Highest totals are likely through Delaware and southern New Jersey. Doesn't look like we get as much in the Lehigh Valley. It ends early Wednesday morning. At this point, looks like a couple of inches or a few inches in the city, but perhaps even more if you're in South Jersey and Delaware. So the tracks are still wobbling a little bit, and we'll be fine-tuning this as the days draw near. Satellite and radar showing our morning clouds already breaking up. We have a good deal of sunshine out there. You may find that your car door is ice shut, though, even though that temperature right now barely above freezing. Took me a while to be able to open my car door. Maybe some of the sidewalks are a little slick, although the main roads are looking good, and even the side roads seem in good shape. Over the next 12 hours, what you can expect is the clouds breaking for sun. The winds haven't kicked up yet, but they will. So by 10 o'clock, it's 39 degrees, but that wind is gusting at times, maybe 25 or even 30 miles an hour. At lunchtime, it's 40 degrees, but it's feeling like around the freezing mark because of the wind. A little bit less wind by the later afternoon hours, so the breeze it's still breezy, but it's not as gusty. At 4 o'clock, it's 43, but again, feeling like the low to mid 30s. At 6 o'clock, it's 38 degrees with clear skies if you're out at night. 8 o'clock, 35. As you're coming home from the game or heading out overnight, maybe celebrating, those temperatures are only in the 20s overnight. Tomorrow feels close to the freezing mark all through the day for your Monday, but that next storm again comes on Tuesday and arrives in the afternoon. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. It's turning bright but windy, 42 for your high today. Another good sunny day tomorrow, but it's chilly, a high of only 39. And then on Tuesday, we have the snow arriving in the afternoon, and it looks like the heaviest is south, but even in the city, looks like we could get a couple or a few inches of snow out of this, 34 degrees. On Wednesday, it ends very early, but then the next storm arrives at night. So we get that snowy rain mix at night, 34. Temperatures rise overnight. Thursday, that rain ends super early. So the rest of the day is looking dry, and that one looks more of a rain event as well.
All right.
So not a lot of big snow shots coming your way, but Tuesday's one.
Just a lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about
just a few days away. And if you're looking to give the gift of the arts to your loved one, Symphony & C has an exciting concert coming up at the Rutgers Camden Center for the Arts. I never realized C stands for Camden. Symphony & C presents Beethoven and Schubert on February 22nd at the Gordon Theater at Rutgers Camden Center for the Arts. Go RU. We posted the link for tickets at 6abc.com/lovesthearts. For 6ABC Loves the Arts, I'm Karen Rogers, and we'll be right back.
Watch the game, watch that.
That's fun. We should have them in the studio. Can you imagine?
Oh, I would love that. That would be amazing.
We can use a little cuddling here. All right, let's take a there.
A lot to keep an eye on.
You're not kidding me.
Good Morning America weekend is next here on Channel 6. Action News continues at 9 o'clock this morning. Now for Karen Rogers and the entire Action News team, I'm Caroline Goggin. We will see you at 9. And if we don't, go Birds! News is that, Karen, things are going to get better today.
Absolutely, getting better already. It took me a long time to be able to open my car door.
Yes.
I did something you're not supposed to do, but I poured hot water on it. I was kind of desperate.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely
and you definitely don't listen to me. I'm just saying,
Whatever.
I was chiseling and it wasn't working.
You got to do what you got to do.
Let's take those numbers right now. We're at 35 degrees right now in the city. A lot of clouds still in place, 34 in Allentown and 37 in Millville. And that chilly breeze is out of the northwest. So wind chills are a factor out there. Visibility, not an issue at this point. We started this morning with freezing fog north and west, where visibility was near zero and temperatures below freezing. And now all that is changing as temperatures are rising. The air starting to mix a little bit. A lot of clouds up ahead, but we're starting to see breaks in the clouds, especially west of the city. So we are going to turn bright and sunny. It's just a process out here. By 11 o'clock, we've got a gusty wind and 39 degrees. At 3 o'clock, the sun is out. The temperature is 42, but the wind chills are near freezing at that point. At 7 o'clock, partly cloudy skies and 37. At 11 o'clock, mostly cloudy and 32. So it turns bright. It also turns windy, but a nice couple of quiet days for you, Caroline, till we start talking about storm after storm coming our way.
All right, Karen, thank you now. But overall, it felt like I was outside for a second. It felt a little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, right? Temperatures are rising to above the freezing mark and in fact into the low 40s, which is right around average for the state. So not too bad. Let's talk about the next storm system to come because it starts on Tuesday. This time that low stays far enough to the south that we get colder air that drains in. So while many of the storms we've been talking about, not just the past few, but the next several are more of rain and an icy mix, this one looks to be more of a snowstorm. So for snow lovers, this is the one you've been focusing on here. The issue is, though, there is some drier air to the north with high pressure to the north. So I think there's going to be a cutoff where you really don't get very much in the Lehigh Valley. And the better chance will be south of the city to see even more of that accumulating snow. But here's what we can expect with this. It starts Tuesday afternoon. It is trending a little bit more south over the past couple of days, arriving from the southwest to the northeast. Highest totals likely to be in Delaware and southern New Jersey. It ends very early in the day on Wednesday before that next system comes in Wednesday night. It's been busy. But so how much snow are we talking about here? This is just a few model projections, but to give you an idea, in the city itself, it's not a whopping snowstorm. It looks like we'll see maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow in the city, and I think you have a better chance for a little more in South Jersey and Delaware. In fact, as we look at this map, it kind of shows that area of pink, which is 3 to 6 inches of snow, more towards Wilmington and areas south. So in South Jersey and Delaware, maybe a better chance of 3 to 6. It looks like along I-95 in your northwest suburbs, maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow out of this. Satellite and radar showing nothing happening out here right now. These clouds have just been a little stubborn, but they are starting to break up, and we'll see that happen, and we're going to get some of that sunshine coming back today. So early clouds break for sun today. The winds are sustained 12 to 25 with some higher gusts. So the winds are an issue today, and that's going to give us a wind chill all day, making it feel like it's around the freezing mark all day with those wind chills. So right now it feels like it's in the 20s, then it feels like it's the freezing mark. For the games that you're celebrating out there, I feel like we see the red and the Chiefs too much, so I'll stand over here and block them so we can just focus on this has been bothering me all day, but I can't change the graphic. So at 11 o'clock it's 39. These are the things I worry about when I'm doing the weather. At 2 o'clock it's 42 with sunshine and some clouds. Darn Chiefs, they're getting in on me. I'm going to stand here. 5 o'clock it's 40. At 8 o'clock it's 36 degrees. Don't worry, no one's talking about the Chiefs after today, I'll tell you that. So we've got temperatures into the low 40s this afternoon, or the Commanders. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast, turning bright and windy, 42 degrees for your high. Tomorrow stays bright but chilly and 39. Tuesday we've got the afternoon snow, heaviest south of the city, 34 degrees for your high. Tuesday night, it ends very early Wednesday morning. The mix returns at night though, so Wednesday you're kind of very few dry hours in between systems. I think much of the daytime's dry, but the mix comes back at night. Temperatures actually rise overnight. It's mostly rain. It ends early on Thursday, and then Thursday, I know, up to Saturday night.
Okay.
So it is really busy, even a few more storms after that in the 7-day. Like it is just, but I think this is the most that we'll see in a 7-day period is this week.
If you love winter, I guess this weather is
Unfortunately,
for you.
though, a lot of it is rain and ice, and like Tuesday you got some snow, but we really haven't been seeing a lot of snowstorms, which is unfortunate.
But we do need the rain, right?
We do need the rain, so that's right. We're getting that.
I'm trying to look glass half full.
Good.
Right
I like
now.
it. I like it.
Trying
Keep
to be
going.
positive, taking that into the game tonight.
Good. We love all the pictures that people have been sending in. Moki loves the Eagles. He's got the chew toy, he's got the bandana around, and this is Eagles Pride with PV Fit in Gloucester County. All the kids are so excited out there. So it's fun to see the whole city lit up with this enthusiasm. So thank you, Eagles, for giving us what a week it's been, what a season it's been too. All just culminating tonight. Heading out the door, we've got a lot of clouds around right now. Temperature is going to be about 38 right now. At 11 o'clock, it's 39 degrees by 11 a.m. At lunchtime, it's 40. The winds really start to pick up. They haven't really started hitting just yet, but they will. So it's going to feel like it's around the freezing mark, even though temperatures are in the low 40s this afternoon, which is pretty typical for this time of year. So 42 for your high today, upper 30s to low 40s in the Lehigh Valley, upper 40s in Wildwood, but feeling a little cooler with that breeze, Caroline.
All right, Karen, in just a moment, but first, let's get a check on the AccuWeather forecast this morning with meteorologist Karen Rogers. As Karen, people go out, get those last-minute goodies before the game tonight. They want good weather for it.
A lot better than last night. Did you go okay driving in this morning?
Yeah, main roads, Schuylkill was fine today. Seemed okay.
For me as well. All the roads were good. My car, not so much, as I park it outside, encased in ice. We did get a good amount of ice last night and into the overnight hours. Not much snow, but a good amount of ice through the region. And right now we're dry through the area. Temperatures inching up there above freezing. In fact, we're 43 already in Dover, 40 in Middletown, 36 in the city, 37 in Millville, 33 in Exton, and 33 in Allentown. So still areas to the north, you're kind of hovering near that freezing mark, slightly above it, where we're pretty much well above it in the city now. So not a big problem out there at the moment. Looking at the winds, sustained at 8 in the city itself, but we are starting to see some higher gusts that are trying to work their way in, and that's going to happen more so over the next couple of hours. So it does give us a wind chill factor. Feels like about 30 in the city, but just in the 20s in some spots, even in Millville, where temperatures aren't too bad. It actually feels like it's 29, 27 in Exton with the strong wind out of the northwest out there. Satellite and radar showing still a lot of clouds. We're trying to break them up. We're seeing some breaks to the west, and we're going to eventually see breaks to the entire region where we break up those clouds and get more sunshine. So at 11 o'clock, it's 39, but the gusty wind is really set in by that point. At 3 o'clock, it's 42, but the wind chills feel like they're closer to the freezing mark. At 7 o'clock, it's 37. You're dry. It's no problems heading out. Even late tonight, it just gets cold out there in the overnight hours, Caroline. We've got a couple of storms on the way. We'll dive into them one by one in that 7-day coming up in a few minutes. Busy February in the weather department.
I was going to say, I know you have a lot to talk about. I'm really interested to see today, Taylor Swift was a self-proclaimed Eagles fan.
Right.
So, I mean,
is she going to be wearing any green?
Nah.
I think she's got a green heart, though, even if she's dressed in red. That's just my feeling. I'm thinking of the viral moment, too. I'm hoping if I live long enough, my kids will eventually do their own dishes. And that dad's got Super Bowl tickets. And I'm really not sold on the whole living to see the dishes thing. So there are some good kids there, and that's what matters. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at our next storm coming Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. Has it felt busy with you, storm after storm? Like the past couple, the next few as well are more of a rain ice event, but Tuesday is really your shot of seeing some snow through the area. So we track this area of low pressure down to the south, so that allows some cooler air to draw in. Trouble is we do have high pressure to the north, and that's going to fight off some drier air to the north. So I think the better chance to see some accumulating snow is really Philadelphia and south, and not so much north of the city here. But we are getting the chance for the snow coming into the region. The trend overall has been tracking more south compared to the past couple of storms and the next couple of storms, and that's what's allowing that colder air to drain in. So snow arrives from the southwest to the northeast. It starts on Tuesday afternoon into the late day, so watch for that on Tuesday. Highest totals likely to be in Delaware and South Jersey. It ends pretty early in the day on Wednesday before our next system comes in Wednesday night. So Wednesday's kind of a tricky day too. As we look at some of the model's projections, it looks like in the city itself between between maybe 2 and up to 4. I think generally that 2 to 4 inch range for the city will probably work out. But I think south of the city, you've got a better shot for seeing some heavier snow. You can see the area of pink on this model showing that 3 to 6 inches, awfully close to Philadelphia, but mostly through South Jersey and Delaware, probably a better chance to see that 3 to 6 inches of snow. So for snow lovers, you've been kind of robbed of some big storms here, and this is the chance to see something. I think the better chance for some real snow is south of the city, but we're kind of on the borderline in the city, likely 2 to 4 inches. We'll be fine-tuning as it gets a little closer. Satellite and radar showing a lot of clouds. We're already starting to see the clouds try to break up though, and they'll do a better job of that through the day. So early clouds breaking for some sunshine, winds out of the northwest 12 to 25 miles an hour. We had that ice last night, and in the overnight hours, you still may find your car doors a little hard to open, but it's better now that temperature is above freezing than it was a few hours ago. Wind chills are near the freezing mark all day though, and I continue to stand in front of the Chiefs because I don't like that graphic showing so much red out there. But at 11 o'clock, it's 39. At 2 o'clock, it's 42 with sunshine and some clouds. At 5 o'clock, it's 40. But with the winds, it really does feel cooler than these numbers. At 8 o'clock, 36. It does get cold tonight, but no issues either heading to your parties or driving home from your parties. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast, turning bright and windy, 42 today. Tomorrow, 39, a nice bright day. It's just chilly, but not bad. Tuesday, we have the AccuWeather alert for that snow arriving in the afternoon. The heaviest looks to be south of the city. It may be late in the day into the evening as well, and then into the overnight hours. It ends very early on Wednesday, though. So the snow ends early, 34 degrees for your high. May just taper off as some flurries in the early morning hours, but then a wintry mix arrives Wednesday night. So your next system is just on the heels of that. And then Thursday, the rain ends early. So the next system is more of an icy mix changing to rain, and the rain ends early on Thursday, 45. Temperatures actually rise overnight. So even though we start at 32, we rise overnight. Friday is fine for your forecast, but not a lot of snow storms. At least you've got the shot for some snow on Tuesday.
All right, Karen, thank you. It's coated in ice. Hopefully, most people's are not that bad.
I think by now it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Of course, we were traveling in the middle of the night. You're such a smart woman. You park your car in a garage. My garage is full of junk. So my car's outside, and it took a while to
get it.
So yes, on my Ring camera, I have quite a story to tell of me trying to hack out my car.
And throwing hot water on it.
I mean, that was really bad, but I did it. Let's take a look up above as we have a lot of clouds here with our Brandywine camera, checking current conditions, 37 degrees. The wind chill's around 30 right now, and at best it feels like around the freezing mark today. We are going to get more sunshine. Winds are sustained at 9. We're starting to see some higher gusts, but the gusts are really going to get cranking later on. As far as snowfall, you had to go up to Northampton to really get that. In Bushkill Township, you had some snow and ice of about an inch. In Allentown, about a 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain and sleet mixing in. In Doylestown, 1/4 of an inch of ice. In Pottstown, 1/1500ths. In Trenton, almost a 1/4 inch. In Philadelphia, 1900ths of an inch. So that's enough to cause some problems out there. But now those temperatures are above freezing here through most of the area. Satellite and radar showing we still have a fair amount of clouds. They're in the process of breaking up. We're going to see more sunshine out there. We're above freezing just about everywhere right now. 36 degrees for your high in the Lehigh Valley, but it feels like the freezing mark all day. 42 degrees in the city and 42 at the shore. So clouds do break for some sunshine, and it's a pretty nice winter day today and tomorrow. So no problems heading out to the parties and beyond, Caroline.
All right, Kate, we'll take it. Dry.
We'll take it.
Fine.
Wasn't that a great story, too? I love to hear what the Eagles are doing. I got sent to the Eagles in Florida and their Super Bowl 20 years ago, and my job was to kind of follow along whatever they're doing, volunteering, and they do so much. I mean, it's so great to hear that wherever they go, they're really making a difference out there. So thanks to Mateo for showing that. Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about the chances of precipitation. It looks pretty busy over the next week, right? Yes, you've got that, and that's the way it's going to be. I think even beyond that, we see a couple of storms. So for Tuesday, that's probably the most impactful one, where we've got snow coming our way late in the day into Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Then the next one is Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Then the next one is Saturday night into Sunday. So we've got a number of storms on the way. And as usual, we try to break it down one by one. So let's take it to the first one here. This is a look at Tuesday. By the afternoon, we see the low center down to the south. So it looks cold enough that this is the one that looks like it's going to stay mostly all snow for us. Maybe maybe get a little mixing on the coast this Wednesday morning, but starts off as all snow for us. It wraps up early on Wednesday. Much of Wednesday during the day is dry, but then that next storm that's more of a rainy mix comes in Wednesday night into Thursday, where maybe there's some snow to the north, but it looks like it's briefly snow, but a lot of rain on the Wednesday night into Thursday. So for snow lovers, it's really Tuesday that you're kind of zeroing in on. So let's focus on that and just give you an idea of what models are looking like. We still have a couple of days for this to occur, but generally it looks like between 2 to 4 inches in the city itself, with a better chance for more snow south of the city. I just want to show you this model's projection that the area of pink near the city of 3 to 6, mostly through South Jersey and Delaware, where maybe it's closer to 2 to 4 in the city itself with the areas of blue. So we'll be fine tuning this over the next couple of days, but a better chance of getting more than 3 inches of snow really looks to be south of the city, where you could get several on your way. Satellite and radar showing right now it's just quiet, but we do have a lot of stubborn clouds. Trying to break these clouds and get some sunshine to move back in, and that does happen over the coming hours. But at 11 o'clock it's still rather cloudy and 39, but the wind has picked up by then, so the wind hasn't really been a big deal yet, but we're going to see those gusts over 25 miles an hour. So at 1 o'clock it's 41. It's feeling cooler with the breeze. At 3 o'clock it's 42, right around average today, but with a lot of clouds out there right now, it feels chilly. At 5 o'clock it's 40. At 7 o'clock it's 37. No problems heading towards your Super Bowl games, coming home from them. You stay dry today and tonight, so the weather's cooperating with that. It's just cold in the overnight tonight. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Turning bright but windy, 42 for your high, 39 tomorrow. So a lot of sunshine, but it's rather chilly. On Tuesday, we have the AccuWeather alert. You're fine for the morning, even through much of the day, but I think late day and into the evening, the snow arrives. The heaviest is south of the city. The high is 34 during the day, and then it ends early Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday during the day, much of the day is dry, 34, but then a mix returns Wednesday night of snow and rain, and then it ends Thursday morning. Now Wednesday night, temperatures rise overnight, so that's why it's turning to rain into Thursday morning. The rain ends early in the day. The rest, we need the rain out there, but I think snow lovers, we're hoping with all these storms we'd get something. I think Tuesday's your best shot.
A lot of chances, but really not many for snow lovers.
Yes, that's right.
All right, Karen, thank you. We'll be right back. All right, you have a very busy week ahead, but today sounds fine, though.
It's good the weekend is so relaxing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Let's take a look at getting to your Eagles parties or coming home. The weather's quiet today.
That is the most important part. Next is ABC's This Week, followed by Inside Story. Action News continues at noon with more live team coverage as we count down to Super Bowl 59. Now for Karen Rogers, Peyton Domschke, and the entire Action News team, I'm Caroline Goggin. Have a great Sunday, and if we don't see you at noon, go Birds! Later on tonight, Peyton will be in later on today during the game, but Karen is with us now. She has been all morning, and not a bad day on tap.
Not a bad day on tap. I'm getting excited. That open really got me going for today's game. And fortunately, if you're heading to the games, as you're heading home, it's no problem. Not like last night where we had that was on the grass there as well. How much ice did we get in Bushkill Township? We have a mix of snow and sleet up there in Northampton County. They had an inch. In Allentown, a 1/10 of an inch in ice. In Doylestown, a 1/4 of an inch. In Pottstown, 1,500. Trenton, almost a 1/4 of an inch. Philadelphia at 1,900. So enough that it created icy conditions and problems out there, but now it's 37 degrees. We're doing a little better. It doesn't feel great out there when you factor in the clouds and the wind. It's 32 right now in Allentown, and that wind is gusting already up to 29, 32 miles an hour. So that's making it feel like it's just in the 20s as you're heading out, Caroline, and running all those errands, getting ready for your Super Bowl party. We're going to see clouds breaking for some sunshine, so it's no problem out there. Just a chilly day.
All right, Karen, thanks. Time now for another check of the AccuWeather forecast. And Karen, there is a lot going on this week.
There is. The weather's super busy, but I'm so psyched to have everybody so excited about the Eagles out there today. And it's nice that today the weather is holding out as well. So as you're heading to the game, to your parties, no problem. As you're coming home, you've got no issue. It's just kind of a chilly day, but we've got another mess coming our way Tuesday. We have a number of storms on the way, so let's dive into this next one coming. It happens on Tuesday afternoon. We watch this area of low pressure farther south than some of our other storms have been. It's allowing allowing for colder air to drain in. It does look like we'll have high pressure to the north, and I think the heavier accumulating snow would be likely near the city and south as opposed to the Lehigh Valley. I think you'll get less there. So this is Tuesday, maybe late afternoon into very early Wednesday morning. So here's what you can expect. The track is trending more south than some of our other storms. It has wobbled a little bit over the last 24 hours, but overall more south than our other storms. Snow arrives afternoon from the southwest to the northeast. The highest totals likely in Delaware and South Jersey. It ends early Wednesday, and you know, we've had so many storms recently, and the next few are more of a rain and ice event. This is finally more of a snowstorm for us. So how much are we talking about? Just to give you a sense of what models are looking at now, they're still kind of wobbling a little bit with the track. We'll be putting out a totals map shortly, but generally speaking, in the city itself, it looks like a 2 to 4 inch, so it's not a huge storm for us. I do think, though, we see some higher totals south of the city, and just looking at this projection, all the areas of pink on this model near the city and south are a good 3 to 6 inches. So maybe we get 2 to 4 in the city, but I think we could get up to 6 inches in parts of South Jersey and Delaware, with less in Allentown and the Poconos. So that's the general idea of what we're expecting Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Now, right now, we have a lot of clouds. We've been waiting for those clouds to break, and they're really having a tough time doing that. I think we do get to see some sunshine, but it's pretty cloudy out there right now, and that's making it feel chilly. So the clouds do break for a bit of sun. Winds out of the northwest, 12 to 25, but we are seeing higher gusts. So that means wind chills are an issue, and it really feels like it's near the freezing mark, not just right now, but all day long through the day. And I keep covering up the Chiefs with this graphic because I don't like it. All right, at 11 a.m., 37 degrees. At 2 o'clock, it's 39 with a little bit more sunshine by then. I'm trying to stand in front of the red. At 5 o'clock, it's 39 degrees. Focus on our Eagles over there. At 8 o'clock, it's 36 with a lot of clouds in place as you cheer on the Eagles in the Super Bowl and the parties. It's all looking good out there. The weather's nice and quiet. It's just chilly. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Clouds are trying to break up a little bit. We'll see some more sun, but it's windy and it still feels chilly, 42. Overnight hours dropping to the 20s, so it's cold. If you're out partying tonight, you want the heavy coat out there, or celebrating. Tomorrow, it's bright. We get more sunshine, but it's chilly and 39. The next AccuWeather alert is for Tuesday for some afternoon snow. The heaviest is south of the city. The high is 34, and then late in the day and at night, that snow arrives into very early Wednesday morning, a high of 34. Much of the daytime looks pretty dry on Wednesday, maybe a random snow shower around. But the trouble is we have our next storm that arrives Wednesday night. So Wednesday's kind of bookends here. It starts off as a snowy, icy mix, but really the temperatures rise overnight. It changes to rain. It ends really early on Thursday. And this is key because we've been looking for a day for a parade, right?
Afternoon, meteorologist Karen Rogers starts us off with a look at the weekend forecast, and we've got a good day on tap for our birds.
Yeah, I mean, it's cloudy, it's kind of chilly, it's winter, right?
Yeah,
but we have
fine.
no weather issues, so no issues as you're driving around to go to the parties. No reason not to smile and be excited about all this. I love the pictures people have been sending me on their Eagles Pride. This is the Girls Academy in South Jersey, the soccer team that you know who's winning so much down there, and they are all dressed up in green. But this is my favorite. This is Rambo the dog, who's got his own little bed. He's ready for the Eagles game. This is where he watches the game. That looks like about the style of my dogs as well, but they'd be a little rowdier. All right, now that we had the fun stuff, let's show you the clouds and the chilly conditions out here. 37 degrees the current temperature. The wind chill's 29, so it feels chilly out there. Bundle up. The wind sustained at 13, but we are seeing higher gusts through the area, and some gusts as high as 29 or 32 miles an hour. And the direction is out of the northwest, so it is a chilly breeze that we're getting, making it feel pretty cool, especially because that sun just hasn't been able to break through the clouds. We really thought by this point we'd be seeing a little more sun than we are, but they're trying to break up a little bit, more so tomorrow with the sunshine. But wind chills are near freezing all day, 38 in the Lehigh Valley, 42 in the city, and at the shore a high of 46 degrees. So right around average for this time of year. At least we're not worrying about any rain, any snow, any ice, none of that. We'll hold that off till Tuesday, Caroline. So we've got that for our next storm.
All right, Karen. Time now for another check of the AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Karen Rogers. As everyone, Karen's doing those last-minute shopping,
yes,
grabbing food, whatever it is for the game tonight.
I've been watching so many videos on like all the game. I ate nachos last night. I couldn't wait till today. I was like, just in case I don't have the nachos at the party, I want to be sure I got them last night, and I did. It was my dinner, and it was not a great idea. Let's look at the precipitation chances over the next week. We've got a lot of them. So our storm that's coming, it's a snowstorm, and it's Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night, and it's really early Wednesday, but the next one comes Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The rest of Thursday will be dry, but then Saturday night into Sunday is another storm. So we are super busy over the next 7 days with storms coming our way. There haven't been a lot of opportunities for snow. Most of the storms as of late have been more of a rainy ice mix, and I think that's the trend beyond Tuesday. So Tuesday's a good shot to get some snow with this. This is just one model perspective, but showing you snow arriving in the afternoon hours. It does look like it's mostly all snow through the region, maybe a little more south than north, and then it dries out pretty early on Wednesday. But then, wait for it, we get another storm that comes Wednesday night. This is more of a rain event than a snow event, but it may start as a bit of a mix Wednesday night into Thursday. So we really are very busy, and Wednesday will be kind of the day where you've got them on bookends. So let's talk about how much snow we're getting. We really haven't had a lot of snowstorms that are pure snow in the area, so this will be a good chance to get that. This is showing in Philadelphia area, some models suggesting between 2 and 4 inches. So we're not talking about a major storm necessarily. We do have a couple more days to track this and fine-tune this, but I wanted to give you an idea of what we're looking at. Let's show you this one model that I think kind of breaks it down pretty nicely. That maybe they're calling it 1 to 3 in the areas of blue. I think Philadelphia would be more 2 to 4 because we're really close to that 3-inch mark. And then the area of pink, especially through South Jersey and Delaware, a better chance of seeing a little more snow. That's where you could see 3 to 6 inches of snow through South Jersey and Delaware. So this is Tuesday afternoon into very early Wednesday morning. So satellite and radar showing right now, the clouds have been trying to break. We have seen some breaks of sun, not enough sun to warm us up out there. Temperatures have been in the upper 30s, but the wind chill's just still in the 20s right now. It's 29 degrees is what it feels like as you step out, 26 in Allentown. And that's because the wind that's picking up a little bit out of the northwest. It's at time gusting and making it feel cooler than that. So we are going to see some breaks of sun, a little bit more as the day wears on. Temperatures reaching the low 40s, right around average for this time of year. Not bad. At 3 o'clock, it's 42. At 5 o'clock, it's 39. At 7 o'clock, it's 37. And the wind will die down a little bit in the evening, but overall feeling like around the freezing mark today. It gets pretty cold tonight at 1 a.m. If perhaps we have reasons to be up and celebrating, we'll be sitting at the freezing mark then and dropping to the 20s overnight. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. Clouds breaking today. For some sun, it's windy and chilly though, 42. Chillier but brighter tomorrow, a high of 39. Then Tuesday is our AccuWeather alert. Fine for the morning commute. First half of the day is good, but in the afternoon and evening, we watch for some snow to arrive from the southwest to the northeast. It looks to end early on Wednesday, but then the high is 34 and a mix returns Wednesday night. So it starts off as kind of a snowy, icy mix, but quickly changes to rain as temperatures rise overnight. Thursday morning, the rain ends early. It looks like the rest of the day. Now, this is several days out, but it looks like the rest of the day on Thursday is pretty good. 45 for your high. If you had a parade, I think the morning might be a little tricky. After that, you look good. Friday, fine for your Valentine, 38. Saturday, we do it again. It looks to start Saturday night, Caroline, and that one's more of a rain mix. So not a lot of real snowstorms, but Tuesday we got a shot for some.
One after another after another.
Busy.
Okay. All right, Karen.
Days, just days away. And if you're looking to give the gift of the arts to your loved one, also I hope some flowers, Symphony & C has an exciting concert coming up at the Rutgers Camden Center for the Arts. It does sound like pure magic, doesn't it? What a great organization. Symphony & C presents Beethoven and Schubert on February 22nd at Gordon Theater at Rutgers Camden for the Arts. We posted the link to tickets at 6abc.com/lovesthearts. Caroline.
All right, Karen. Sounds great. Thank you. All right, get outside, run your errands now, and bundle up if you want to celebrate tonight.
It is chilly out there, yeah. So wind chills are about 29 degrees right now, but hey, at least we're dry. So Caroline, a lot of storms coming up this week.
Yeah, a lot to keep posted. Hearts of Heroes is next on Channel 6. Action News continues with a special time at 4:30 this afternoon. Now for Karen Rogers, Peyton Domschke, and the entire Action News team, I'm Caroline Goggin. Have a great Sunday, and for the final time,